Today we are talking about our NOMNOM series of coffee.
NOMNOM was originally released as a convenient packet milk-based style drink to our audience, and it had great success and is widely loved. And for that reason, we decided to re-release it as a full bean coffee as well. NOMNOM is based off of the Robusta varietal, and I think that a lot of people often unfairly judge Robusta, thinking that it is an inferior, overly bitter, or just generally cheap type of coffee, and that is simply not true. Just like anything, it has its own unique characteristics, and many of them are extremely positive depending on your certain preferences. So if you like a strong, bold flavor to your coffee, or you're a big fan of mixing espresso into milk-style drinks, then this is definitely one that you're going to want to pay attention to. So let's dive in and let's brew it together.
All right, so I have pre-dosed 18 grams of coffee, and I'm going to put that into my portafilter. And on the machine, I have the PID set to 88 degrees, which is a little bit cooler than you're typically going to expect on a home espresso machine. And the reason for that is that Robusta is actually quite easy to extract, which is a good thing if you are brewing it at home, because it means that it's not so demanding on having a really good grinder or a very good espresso machine. It's going to be relatively easy to dial in and extract to taste good. So we've got 18 grams in the portafilter now. We have our machine set to 88 degrees Celsius, and not to worry if your machine doesn't have a PID. Lowering the temperature like this is just something we typically do with darker, easier to extract coffees. If your machine doesn't have adjustable temperature, just dial in using the brew ratio and grind settings like you would with any other coffee. Again, because this is an easier to extract coffee, we're going to be doing a 1:2 ratio. So 18 grams in, 36 grams out. Here we go. And as this starts to flow, something else that is notable about Robusta is the immense amounts of crema. A lot of people enjoy this, again, for lattes and espresso shots because they really like the texture, the mouthfeel, and the amount of beautiful, oily, smooth crema that happens on the top of these shots. So here we go, coming up on 36 grams. We're gonna stop it right there. Spot on, very nice. And let's steam some milk. Always make sure to purge and clean your steam on. So we have our nice shot here, this beautiful, thick, oily crema. And there is our latte. So you can actually see the fact that these beans are so oily, you can even see it on the top of this latte. You can just see how smooth it is. You can almost taste through the screen how silky the mouthfeel of this is. That's really good. And like I mentioned, the fact that Robusta is such a bold, strong flavor really cuts through any milk. So you could even do this with a single shot if you wanted to cut back that amount of caffeine. You don't necessarily need a full double shot to really show any prominence in a full-size latte. So just another advantage of this style of coffee. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video talking about NOMNOM, what it is, why we include it in our lineup, and how to brew it at home. See you in the next one.